stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, honorable city council members, mayor, chief of staff, our city attorney, to the administrative staff that's in the audience, and to those who are viewing tonight's meeting via our broadcast channel, YouTube Live. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting, and today's date is Monday, October 9th, 2023. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card located on the table in the back of the chambers and hand it to me before we get to that portion of the agenda. And at this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo.
Here.
Councilman Barden.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth is
Excused.
So noted. Councilwoman Webb is also
Excused.
And then Councilwoman Williams.
Here.
Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Thank you.
Tonight's meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1 agenda, 2 minutes, 3 petitioner, 4 chairperson's report, 5 mayor's report, 6 clerk's report, 7 treasurer's report, 8 public comment, 9 unfinished business, 10 new business, 11 warrant, 12 communication, and number 13 adjournment. An motion will be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the agenda as presented. Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Abdo, for approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you. Agenda item 2A, approval of the minutes from the regular council meeting held on October 2nd, 2023 at 7:30 p.m.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to approve the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, October 2nd, 2023 at 7:30 p.m.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held on Monday, October the 2nd, 2023 at 7:30 p.m. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you. There were no special meetings held on Monday, October 2nd, 2023. There are no petitioners on tonight's agenda. It takes us to number 4, the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. At 6:30 p.m., we had a closed session discussing union matters. At this time, the Chair is going to recognize Councilwoman Roscoe.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. I'd like to make a motion to concur with the recommendation of the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into a newly ratified collective bargaining agreement between the City of Romulus and the Police Officers Association of Michigan, replacing the previous agreement, which expired on June 30th, 2023. The new ratified agreement is to be effective July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2028.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, to concur with the recommendation of the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into a newly ratified collective bargaining agreement between the City of Romulus and the Police Officers Association of Michigan, replacing the previous agreement which expired on June 30th, 2023. The new ratified agreement is to be effective July 1st, 2023 through June 30th, 2028. In discussion. Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved. That concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, For approval of the chairperson's report, Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved. Thank you.
Thank you, council. Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Thank you. Good evening, City Council, Madam Clerk, listening audience, and those at home. First and foremost, I want to thank Council for the unanimous support on voting for the POAM contract. We've always made it a priority in this community to say that public safety is paramount. If we don't have a safe community, it doesn't matter how much we grow if we're not taking care of our first responders. And our actions have shown that and proved that. Council voted unanimously to hire new police officers with our ARPA funds and to reinvest in public safety, and also now to get this contract done. And we also got the public safety millage passed a year ahead of time before we needed to. So the things we might not be able to offer that are competitive with other larger communities, we definitely offer community support, and we hope that the first responders understand that this community definitely supports their first responders and police officers, and I'm very proud of the contract we got, and great job, Kevin Lowson, our HR team, being able to get it done with the POAM officers, so thank you. And I heard somebody clap back there, and I will clap for that, so I had a feeling it was you. I want to update too on another issue we have in the community right now is if you haven't heard, we have several main breaks on the south side of town. It's affected numerous residents over there. And I'm going to encourage people to contact City Hall or PD and enroll in Code Red. It's a valuable tool. We sent 3 different messages out on this issue with Code Red. We want to make sure residents are using it to get the correct information, and also to encourage our residents to go to the city's official web site and also social media posts, because there's a lot of misinformation out there. Some residents thought that their crews weren't going to work on this until Monday when they came back in under normal hours, and our DPW was out there until 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, tried to identify it. They were back in at 7 o'clock Sunday morning, spending time away from their loved ones to solve this issue. So they found the main breaks. We had 4 different main breaks in the same area, which is pretty common. It appears right now that everything's safe, ready to go. We are still on a boil water alert, and since then the city has distributed over 300 cases of bottled water to the affected residents, and we're going to have more out there tomorrow as well. So we'll continue to support, but I want to make sure that residents go to the city's official communications to hear the facts on what the issues are, and that we're clear and we're controlling the narrative out there and the information. So I want to make sure residents do that, but first and foremost, that Code Red is a very important piece of communication tool for them. The action items I have for tonight, first one is the EMS training affiliation agreement. That was really a third rider program to allow other first responders to train with our frontline first responders. I concur with the recommendation of Ken Chapman, Deputy Fire Chief and Legal Counsel, and respectfully request City Council authorize Mayor and Clerk to enter into the attached institutional training affiliation agreement between Romulus Fire Department and the Emergency Medical Training Center Services, LLC.
Through the chair,
Ms. Tally?
I would like to concur with the administration and authorize the mayor and clerk to enter into the attached institutional training affiliation agreement between the Romulus Fire Department and the Emergency Medical Training Center Services, LLC.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Tally, supported by Ms. Roscoe for the EMS training affiliation agreement. Any discussion? Ms. Williams?
Yes. Through the chair. Mayor, is this for just the existing employees, or is this for new employees?
It's for city, county, other employees. When I was certified as EMT, you have to do ride-alongs with other communities, and you have to, so you'll witness and you'll see firsthand, you get better training. So this will allow those entities to train with our frontline staff.
Okay, thank you.
It's also a very helpful recruiting tool too. So while these kids are going through classes
Yes.
to learn, we can help recruit them, bring them to our city. So.
Thank you.
If there's no other comments from the council, roll call vote. Ms. Tally?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you. The next item I have is the introduction of a budget amendment, and that's use monies from fines and forfeitures to outfit our new detectives' automobiles. And I'm hereby requesting the introduction of budget amendment 2324-6 to recognize expenses to upfit 4 new Detective Bureau forfeiture vehicles.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion to concur with the administration and introduce Budget Amendment 23/24-6 to to recognize expenses to upfit 4 new DB forfeiture vehicles.
Support.
Been motion by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for introduction of Budget Amendment 23/24-6 for any discussion. Hearing no discussion from council, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you. That will conclude my report for this evening.
Thank you, Mayor.
Number 6 is the clerk's report. I have one action item, 6A. It is requested that council concur with the recommendation of the Police, Fire, and Safety Commission and approve the amendments to the commission's bylaws.
Through the chair,
Ms. Talley?
I'd like to make that motion to concur with the administration and for the recommendation of the Police, Fire, and Safety Commission, and approve the amendments to the commission's bylaw. And I do have a comment.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Williams, for amendments to the police, fire, and safety bylaws. Discussion, Ms. Talley?
I just want to say, I know this has been a long time coming. This was going on back when I was on the Police, Fire, and Safety Commission. So I'm glad to see you guys got it together, and they're very concise to the point. Thank you. They look really good.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Okay. It's been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Williams. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved.
Thank you, council. That concludes the clerk's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
And we do not have a treasurer's report this evening, which that takes us to number 8, public comment. And this is the portion of the agenda for those who are in the audience and who would like to address City Council. The rules to address City Council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. If you would like to address the City Council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. And please note, members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. Please note that you will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. Mr. Chair, we do have one written request, and this is from Ms. Cobb. Mrs. Cobb, ma'am, you can approach the podium.
First of all, thank you for hearing me today, because I came home last night, took a nice hot bath in my nice new tub, had a good time with soap and water, and tired just because I just come home from a long trip, driving. There was no way I was turning my TV on, listen to my social media, which I don't do anyway, or go to my internet. I learned this morning, after having a nice big bowl of oatmeal, of course, using the water, brushing my teeth, taking my medicine, drinking all the water needed for my medicine, and I get a call from a friend of mine, and she says, "Have you heard about the boil water alert?" No, I just got up. It was almost 9 o'clock. I got in bed late, and I'm thinking to myself, what does all this entail? So I called the city county. I called the number on the little strip of paper you give us, and I was informed that there was a boil water alert. Very upset. I said, how was I supposed to know there was a boil water alert? And she said, it was on the internet. She said, don't you have internet? Yes, I do have the internet. I am 81 years old. My husband will be 89. We do not necessarily run to the internet and look at it when we get home from a trip. So no. I asked my husband, did you get a message? He said, no. I looked at my message on my phone. No, I didn't get one either. So then I called my daughter, which, by the way, she works in Detroit, daughter going to school. And I said, do you know about the boil water? She says, no. And I'm thinking, well, she listens to social media, whatever you all call it. She goes on her internet, whatever. She has check all the boxes, but she's running. It's late. She knows nothing about it. So then I asked the question, next, how can we rectify this? Sometimes I have to drink a couple of glasses of water to get my medicine down because it's very important that this happens. How can we rectify and tell our senior citizens, quote, especially our senior citizens, that this is going on? And she says, well, you have the buildings you have for your senior citizens, there are certain buildings allocated, I guess, for seniors, and I guess there are different programs that go on in those buildings. I'm not a part of that. It's a wonderful program, I'm sure, but I am still very active with the church, with whatever else I do, and sometimes if there's something going on and I can use that facility, I will use it. My question to you is, what can we do about it? So I asked her. She said, well, you have to pay attention to did you get the paper? You know, the newsletter, the paper that you send out, I don't know how many times a year it's sent out. Is it 4 times a year? Mm-hmm. What's going on? Or I know I get a summer edition. Mm-hmm. 4 times? She said it's in there. You have to sign up to be alerted. Oh, you mean that article there up under where the cheerleaders just won their special event and the football team, blah, blah. Oh, those 2 or 3 lines that's up under there someplace. I said, people don't, I'm sorry, I taught school over 40 years. People don't read. Not all of that. Now, the paper is wonderful. I peruse through it, and I see things that are going on, but I don't read every single, item that's there. This is my dilemma. What can we do? What other solutions can we do as the city of Romulus as far as our citizens are concerned? Not just seniors, because my daughter, she's still working. She got her daughter still in school. She didn't even know about it. What is the solution? How can we let people know? She said, well, if you sign up where? What, when, where, why? Who told me? I don't know. So my question that is to you. We need some type of a system. I know area-wide system, tornadoes and things like that, that's done by the city or the state we get those alerts. But what happens to people like me, who's got to drink 2 great big glasses of water to get this medicine down, and it said, don't drink the water, don't even wash your hands, don't brush your teeth. What happens to me? Okay, forget that. What happens to us? Can this problem be solved? And if so, how can it be solved? That's my question.
Okay, thank you. On the unfinished business, the mayor will address that. Any other comments from the audience? Yes, sir.
Mark Willhide, lifelong resident, Police, Fire, and Safety Chair. I want to thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I feel like I should be in a tux right now, but I was down at Station 4 handing out water, so you have to. But I want to thank the mayor, because when I came in, he's the 3rd mayor that I've been trying to get this passed through, and he told me, I guarantee you it'll get done in my first round as mayor, and he did it. And I thank Ken Chapman and the chief. He already left, but I just wanted to thank you guys for ratifying it, because it just makes things so much easier. It's black and white. And after here, and the woman was just talking about the code red system. I laugh because it's like there's been a couple times when it wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell me to take shelter, when I think, I probably could have slept through this thunderstorm. But I would encourage everybody to sign up for it, because it is very effective. And I noticed today, handing out water at Station 4, that people were getting information from the website. They were getting information from a radio station, WJR or something, and it wasn't accurate. Some people would stop by and said that it said on our website that the water was out 5 hours ago and stuff like that. So is there any way that we can put an easy way to do it, like in their water bills or anything like that, that we can, you do that all the time? Yeah, well, I think you guys are doing a great job, and I really appreciate this getting ratified. I sat with the city attorneys enough to where I don't think he wants to see me anymore. And I just wanted to say thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Ms.
I'd
Williams?
just like to say, with the resident that came up about the water, instead of, I mean, because it's urgent to her. You know, as she said, she drank all that water to take her medication. And if I'm not mistaken, the mayor just tonight, before the meeting started, was talking about how important it was to sign up for the Code Red. So if we can make sure she get every inch of information that she need pertaining to that would be helpful. And then hopefully she'll share it with her neighbors.
Can I ask a question, please? I knew about the water while talking to the young lady on the phone. I knew nothing about the water at the fire station. How would we know about the water? I got there and I was first in line, second. There were not people there getting water. The water, it had not been announced evidently. So it was eventually announced, so that's good. I'm glad of that. But I would not have known if I were not talking to the young lady on the phone concerning the code. So my question still stands. How do you tell people to sign up? I didn't know anything about signing up. Where did I miss it? Because I'm not on social media. Did I miss it because I didn't read the little spiel in the paper that we receive 4 times a year? How do we know when to sign up, how to sign? Give me some more information. What must we do to get the information out to everybody?
Okay, thank you. Any other comments from the audience? If there's no other comments from the audience, Madam Clerk, we'll close that part out.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Takes us to number 9, unfinished business.
Mayor?
Through the chair, first of all, Mrs. Kopp, thanks for coming up and bringing your concerns here. Those are not just your concerns, those are our concerns. We're always trying to find better ways to communicate with the residents, and we've asked them several times, what is your favorite form of media? Where do you go to find your news? And that's how we brought back the community connection. People said, hey, I want a hard stock in my mailbox, so we went back to doing the community newspaper. We've sent several notifications out, even water bills before, and then other communications about Code Red. City of Romulus has had Code Red in play for a long time.
I've never seen it. I've been here for 20 years.
I know, we could do better. We gotta keep finding ways, but we also need our residents to be engaged. They need to come to our website and look for these different things. There's communities now that are trying to go to Code Red, and they have no idea the benefit. We even had people that wouldn't join Code Red because they felt it was Big Brother, or we're trying to spy on them or do something like that. For snow emergencies, for this emergency, we even sent the Code Red notification out today about the water being up at the fire station. So we do need to work together as a community to find different ways. Like I might use the newspaper, somebody might use Facebook, somebody might use Twitter. I don't even know how to use Twitter. But we got to continue to work with our residents and, our elected officials to find ways to get to everybody. That's always a communication problem. But we need our residents to want to be engaged. When we have that airport in the middle of our city, it tends to give us 4 quadrants. That's why you hear us all the time say one Romulus, because we're trying to put it all together. But we need residents to be, to look, because we're offering some great services. But if people don't come to our website and search them or come to City Hall and grab some hard stock, it's hard. And then we try to put out in those community connectors. But we're going to keep working on it, keep trying to get better at it. We're going to send another round out in the next water bill about Code Red, but that's a valuable tool, and it's free for our residents to enroll in. It's easy to enroll, and we're always going to use that. It's a reverse 911 call for those who don't know. That'll come to you if there's an emergency in the area, snow emergency, the boil water alert. That's what we use to communicate, and it just, we can't go and knock on every door, but we can do is use a reverse 911 call and reach out. So we'll continue to keep trying to find ways to communicate. You're right, it's not just your problem, it's our problem, it's the whole community, to get that out there and let everybody know what services are available to them. So we'll continue to work as much as we can to get and recruit and bring people in to join that Code Red. I think it's a great tool for them, but unfortunately some residents are hesitant to use it. And we just gotta make sure they understand what it is and what the benefit is. It's been perfect for you here. Your phone would have went off and you'd have known right off the bat, I got a water issue in the area, then you would have known estimated time to repair, what was going on. And I think on this main break issue we had over the weekend, we sent 3 different code red calls out to keep people informed, especially when it comes to drinking water and public health. So we'll keep working on it, keep trying to find ways to get better at it. And we're open to suggestions at all times, but anything we could do to share and get the information out and encourage residents to use code red, by all means, we got to get that done.
Mr. Chair.
Yes, Ms. Roscoe?
I'll, in just one second. But I want to piggyback on the code red, because I have it. And it's not just social media or your text message. You can have it, my phone rang, there was a voice message, and if I would have missed that phone call, it went to my voicemail, where you could listen to it then, again.
I didn't get anything.
And then it also texts my phone, and I also have my email set up, so it sent it 3 different ways. So you have a choice. Either you can have it just, where it calls your phone, where it texts your phone, or it goes to an email. So whichever is best for you. And, I mean, it works. I mean, because I got both messages on, that was on Sunday, and I got messages about the water, them passing out the water. But the thing of it is if you can't go to the website and sign up, then call the mayor's office, call City Hall, and they will help you get signed up.
Wait a minute, ma'am?
Yes.
What we're going to do here, you can get with the mayor and the chief of staff after this, but we're going to move on now.
Okay,
The chief of staff will get with you, and the mayor,
okay.
okay. Mayor, you want to say something before we?
Just one comment, we don't leave tonight, we can get you signed up tonight.
You're right.
Chief,
You need
if
to-
your information,
Sure.
we'll get you
Yes.
signed up.
Sound, okay, I'm already, she signed me up today.
Perfect.
But I did not know any such thing existed
Okay.
until today when I called. So
Okay.
I would like to speak with you afterwards, please.
Okay, because we want to make sure we take care of you. Thank you, madam. One more comment. Go ahead.
One more last comment, John. And there has been some updates to the Code Red. So for some reason, if you think you're signed up and you did not get any of these messages over the weekend, then go back on and re-sign up. Because there has been some updates over the years, because we've had it for a long time. You could have signed up 3 or 4 years ago, and it kind of, maybe it got lost in the muffle. I'm not saying it did, but go back on, make sure you're signed up, and go from there. But it's very important, and it's working a lot better than it did in the very beginning.
Right, through the chair, just one more point.
Yes.
So I just talked to chief of staff, in the last round of calls that went out, the third notification, over 11,000 notifications went out. So it's 11,000 residents we have that are participating in this program out of 25,000, so we can still get more of them to take advantage of it.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming and bringing that.
Thank you. We're going to try to solve that problem for you. Any other comments from the audience? Madam Clerk, if there's no other comments from the audience, we'll close that part out.
Okay, we were at unfinished business, and now the agenda calls for new business. Okay, number 11 is warrant 23-19.
Mr. Chair, I'd like to make a motion, we pay warrant 23-19 in the following amounts. General Fund, $199,364.48. Major Street Fund, $95,771.65. Local Street Fund, $37,435.59. Public Safety Fund, $21,989.90. Merriman Road Special Assessment, $2,635.64. Garbage and Rubbish Collection Fund, $1,103. CDBG, $449.95. Michigan Indigent Defense Fund, $15,648.65. Library Fund, $6,582.60. DDA, $7,477.86. Tifa District 2, $1,088.29. Water and Sewer Fund, $225,644.42. Motor Vehicle, $70,345.16. Technology Services, $391.30. Retiree Insurance Benefits, $182,902.46. Revolving Fund, $26,025. Current Tax, $31,625.85. Payroll Fund, $280,601.76. Totaling all funds, $1,207,083.56.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Abdo, supported by Ms. Talley, to pay warrant number 23-19 for $1,207,083.56. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion, roll call vote. Ms. Abdo,
Yes.
Ms. Talley,
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe,
Yes.
Ms. Williams.
Yes.
Chair votes yes, that motion is approved. Thank you.
And number 12 is communication.
Through the chair, just a couple of
Ms.
quick
Talley?
things. Thank you. I just want to thank the city and the mayor and his team putting on the parliamentary procedure refresher training. It was really a great refresher. Thanks for doing that. And he said, since we all know better, we should do better. And I caught myself still making errors while we were today, so I got to remember to be more mindful of it because it was a very good session. So since we all know, and a lot of us was in there that night, so if we all know better, we need to do better. And I had to catch, and I didn't catch myself on a couple of things tonight, so I got to remember for the next meeting to do better. So thank you guys for putting that together. It was a really good session. And then I want, if you can join me on November 9th at the library from 6 to 8, we're going to do Author Talk. We got two authors, Kaylin Hunt and Ebony Evans, to take us on an inspired literary evening with these two authors of some great books that they have published. And you could discover their latest projects, their incredible collaboration, and their fascinating journey through the world of literature. So I hope you'll join me at the library on November 9th from 6 to 8 for some Author Talk. And lastly, I just want to do a shout out to Kathy Freitag and her family. She lost her husband a couple of weeks ago, and they have been married over 50 years. Just want to say continued prayers for the Freitag family during this time. Thank you.
Thank you. Ms. Williams?
As always, Forgotten Harvest is at the Romulus High School. We're there every Tuesday. Just to inform a lot of residents, the time that Forgotten Harvest have on their site is not correct. We go from 10 to 12. At 12, we cut the line off because the truck has to go to another location. So all residents are welcome. All you need is your name, your address, and we load your car. So feel welcome to come, share that information with your neighbors, and thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Williams. Any other, the mayor?
Through the chair, just real quick, some important dates we have coming up through our recreation. Since we didn't have a video from Vanessa, I guess they give me the list to read off, so I'll read them through real quick. Just some things we have going on in our community people should know about. The whole month of October, we have the Spookiest Yard Contest. If you know your neighbors or you want to submit your own, make sure you get that submitted to City Hall or the Recreation Department. October 25th is your deadline to submit. October 19th is the Daddy-Daughter Dance at RHS Cafeteria. October 26th is drop-in ballroom dancing for beginners. October 27th is tacos and margaritas at the VFW Hall from 5 to 7. And some trunk or treats we already have registered. Remember, we're trying to get everybody to call in and let us know where they're going to be so we continue to build this list for our residents. But so far, we have Blue Sky on October 14th at the Rec on October 22nd, and also Northfield Trucking. On October 29th, we had the VFW at Romulus Early Child Center in President's Church. And October 30th, West Village Estates. And October 31st, the Citizens Changing Community Romulus Civic League. Have a good night.
Ms. Williams?
How's that,
Sound like
Vanessa?
Vanessa.
Hey, that's pretty good, Mayor.
I would
Go
just
ahead.
like to say, Ours is October the 31st, actually on Halloween. So if anyone wanted to participate and bring their vehicle and dress it up and pass out candy, you're more than welcome. Feel free to contact us at 734-673-8396, because we would definitely like to know who's ever there. So we're not just allowing individuals just to pull up. We want to know who's on that property passing out candy. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other communications? If not, I want you, Linda, put the camera on me, would you? Mayor, the Eagles and the Lions. Go Eagles, Romulus Eagles, and go Lions. All right, that's all I want to say. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you.
Well, if there's no more communication, it takes us to number 13, adjournment, and the time is 8:10 p.m.
So move to adjourn.
Support.
It's been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Abdo for adjournment. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Abdo?
Yes.
Ms. Williams?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned.